All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Wars. Thanks for joining me today. Today, we are honored to have Mr. Jeremy Newsome himself, the CEO of Real Life Trading, in here. And I know we're starting a little bit early, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to the Twitter and I'm going to try to entice some of you to come here quicker by offering some free. Let's see, what do we have? Live now, come for free donuts. So let's see.
Who
Let's see
doesn't
if
like
this thing
donuts,
works.
Rich?
Yeah, I know, who doesn't, right? So I see
Yeah,
we
bro.
have let me just pop up my YouTube on my app here because we actually have a few people that kind of donate all the time, and unfortunately with StreamYard I can't really see the donations properly. So I'm just gonna make sure I got the app here and the sound is working well. So we're all good to go here. All right. So yeah, so we are starting a little bit early. So why don't I take a few minutes to talk about how I found you and what you provide to the community. Then we'll dig into the lesson. And then from there, I want to give you the floor to talk about whatever you want to talk about. So I think we're up at 50 people right now. So normally we get about 200 or 300. So because we're starting a little bit early, I know some people are going to be just coming in as they get the notifications. All right. So
Thank you.
basically with Mr. Newsome, um, I actually started watching his YouTube channel as one of the first YouTube channels that I started learning about trading. He has a very amazing channel that has many different lessons and courses. I actually watched the videos, the older videos you did on how to day trade. I think it was like a 3 or 4 part video. They
Yep.
were like an hour or so each, and they were very, very informative. And then I know you recently did another one, like an updated one, because I was watching that too. So for all the new traders out there, there's no excuse to not learn. Look at all these videos, look at all these playlists from Jeremy. And he's very much in sync with what I'm trying to do here, giving to the world and making a legacy, and helping our brothers and sisters out there. So this is awesome. So like I was saying, I found him on YouTube, and I've basically always been a fan. The one thing that changed my life, Jeremy, I have to give you the credit for, was the use of the R system.
Nice.
And that changed my life many years ago. I read your book. I think it was the $3,000 book. What was it called?
Yep.
How
Retire.
to
Retire 3K.
how to retire with 3K. I read that book, guys, when I was lost trader, and Jeremy was one of the guys that speaks the truth and nothing but the truth. All right. So he's awesome. And then basically I started my Twitter last year, April, and Jeremy and I were always interacting, and he put me over, guys. He put me over like Hulk Hogan put over The Rock. You know, he put me over like that. When I was a small little baby channel under 5,000 followers, and he gave me a chance. And you know what the funniest story about that stream was? I was back then I was day trading futures very heavily, and I
Yep.
had a trade open during our call, and like it hit targets. It was an inside bar actually, and I shorted it. We took it down, and then like during the call, I made like $1,000 in profit, and I was just like, the timing of that was just so epic. So that's a funny story that about the interview I did on Jeremy's channel.
That's cool,
And
man. That's so. I love that. That's incredible.
so why don't you give us just a little, a little snapshot of your journey so far. I know it's a lot, and I'm gonna give you some time before we do the chart request to talk more. But if you were to give a high level overview of your journey, how would you describe it? What were your biggest challenges? And what are you currently trading right now? Options, futures, stocks? You swing? Do you day? So go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, bro. Thank you so much, man. It's an honor and privilege to be here, and I will openly just say to everyone who's watching this, my boy Rich is crushing the enrichment game. This guy single-handedly wants to help thousands of individual traders better their finances and therefore better their family's future and their legacy. So, man, thank you for what you do for the community. It's an honor and privilege
Thank
to
you,
be
brother.
here. And I'm just so thrilled to see success come to you through your followers and your engagement, man. It's phenomenal. You deserve it, dude. You deserve it. You put in a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of effort, a lot of tears, a lot of sweat, a lot of hours, man. I can respect the grind.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, absolutely. So for me, my trading career really started in 2008, 2009 when I started trading for the very first time. I was about 20 years old, and knew nothing, knew absolutely zero. And I had a boss at the time. I worked at Nationwide Insurance as an insurance company. Everyone knows about Nationwide. Nationwide's on your side, the big one. And I went to his desk for like a peer review kind of, whatever it's called, employment review. Sat down and I could see on his desk that he had stock market materials. So I was asking him, what is this that you're looking at? I want to learn stock market. I'm so intrigued by this. And he sat down and taught me about covered calls. He sat down and just talked about covered calls, the strategy and how it works. And the only thing, Rich, that he does still to this day is he takes his whole portfolio and he buys the Qs.
Wow.
That's all he does. His whole portfolio, he buys the Qs, and then he sells either weekly or front month covered calls. And then if he gets called away, he takes the money and just buys shares again.
And let me pause right there.
Over and over and over. And like, that's the strategy. That's it.
Let me just pause you right there, because a lot of people in my community are asking me about advanced option strategies. And if there's one person that I trust, guys, that I want you to go and learn from, it's Jeremy. He's been doing this for a long time. So sorry to interrupt. Keep going, brother.
Oh, no worries, man. Thank you, brother. Yeah. So that was, the very first lesson I learned was an option lesson. And I was like, Rob, this sounds like you can't lose. Obviously, we all know you can, but he was like, yeah, realistically, here's the only way you can lose if the stock price goes down. So I was like, okay. So I took my 401k, Rich, and I did this strategy because I had been working at Nationwide for, at that time, about 2 years. So I had about $10,000 in my 401k. And I learned how to do what's called a self-directed 401k. Some people might not even know that exists, but it does. For a lot of companies, not every single company, but a lot of companies, they do have a self-directed 401k. So I was able to take all the money in my 401k and literally apply it, trade it to whatever I wanted to. So I was still working, right, full time, and I was still able to trade. And I traded silver. That was a very, very, very first stock I ever traded. Like, semi-knowingly, what I was doing is I opened up my Google browser and I typed in which silver stocks to buy, because I heard silver was going up on the news. And First Majestic Silver came up, which is still publicly traded. If you pull it up on Tradingview, it's ticker symbol AG. It's still around. And there it is, man. That was the first one I ever traded. Amazing. So if you want to go all the way back, go back to like 2010. Yeah, perfect. Right there, man. So right when this bad boy right there, I was buying shares. And at the time I was buying like 1,000 shares at a time, because I didn't know what I was doing. So it went up. Went up $3 a share at one point, and I sold it and I made $3,000. And what was crazy is that was more than I got paid at work for a whole month. And dude, game changer. When that happened, that was it for me. I was like, holy smokes, this is crazy. And bro, that math changed my life, man. That's some of the math that I teach when I go to a new group of individuals who might not know tons about trading. So I go to schools, middle schools, high schools, teachers, parents, whatever, everyone. I go in and I teach them about stocks. That's the math that I teach them. If you buy 1,000 shares of anything and it goes up $1, you make $1,000.
Yep.
It's obviously easy math. But if I go, okay, if you risk 1,000 and you make $1, you make $1,000 and you risk 70 cents. So it's $700. So if you risk 700 to make 1,000, this is good. And that math changed my life forever, dude. So when I learned that and figured that out, and I could see a green P&L on my screen of positive $3,000, I was done. That was a wrap. That was it. I was like, this is all I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
Awesome. And let me guess, you were hitting these inside bars down here, I'm guessing.
I definitely knew all about the inside bar. Yeah, man. So what was fun is obviously, the cool journey everyone starts with. Generally, they start winning when they start trading. And you can probably see exactly where I bought a lot of First Majestic Silver. See that like upper shadow right there in 2011?
Yeah.
Go to the very, very top of it. Yeah, all the way. Yeah, that was me. So I hold the unofficial Guinness World Record for buying silver at its highest price of all time as well. And I bought it with weekly out of the money call options. So didn't end well. And I ended up losing hundreds of thousands of dollars of other people's money, my dad's retirement money included. So it was a grind, man, from there on. So 2009 to 2011 was pretty cool. And then 2011 to 2014 just sucked. It
Yep.
was just a lot of pain, a lot of turmoil, a lot of failure, a lot of just welcome to the suck. You're president, man. And being president of Suckville is no fun. So I figured out how to get out of that. And there wasn't at the time tons of mentors and traders and coaches and all that good stuff. But have you ever heard of a charting software called Trade Navigator?
No.
So they're
Never
still
heard.
around. They're not super popular, but Trade Navigator allows you to buy data packages, and it's a charting software just like Tradingview, except it's software based, not web browser based.
Mm-hmm.
And you can go all the way back in time and trade any stock you want.
Wow. That's
And
great.
so, yeah, you could trade Lehman Brothers, Enron, whatever. Like you can go back and purchase the data and you can trade it. So I went and back traded the Dow Jones from inception. So I went back to late 1800s and I went day by day and I traded the Dow Jones every single day, 7 days a week, 7 hours a day for 7 months without stop, without fail. That was my nightly routine. As I got home from work at 6 p.m. and just back trade until 1 a.m. and just practice and start because you're a candle guy, man. I love that you're a candle guy. I know you use the term bars, which is perfect. Inside bars, outside bars, range bars, high wave bars, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Studying what we're looking at right here, brother, is like human sentiment. Like it's
Exactly.
so obvious to me now that I can see this topping pattern. I can see the breakdown of this multi-top distribution phase. I can see the retest of it. I can see the pullback. I can see that accumulation phase in late 2015 and that insane 2016 rally where it went up 500%. I can see all that. And it's so clear now. And really all we did in 2016 is come back to where we were in 2008. Old resistance became new support and we rallied again.
Exactly.
You know, so being able to figure out all these patterns, and when you're in the Dow Jones and you're able to trade World War I, right? World War II, the Cold War, Korea, Vietnam, like you're able to see all this. It was just so intriguing and eye-opening and just a lot of fun.
Wow. And what are you doing currently these days? And would you describe yourself as, I guess, more of a hybrid trader doing, like, I guess you're pretty much doing everything: swing trades, day trades, options, stocks. And I know you have you're into futures too. So I guess, how would you describe to the people what you focus on and what your kind of weekly process is for trading?
Absolutely. My current saying is, if it has a chart, it has a heart. The only thing I haven't traded is Forex, and that for no particular reason other than I just haven't gotten into that yet. I guess you could trade anything, but yeah, I've been trading futures about 3 years, so not tons of time. My specialty is and has been options and stocks. That's my specialty. Day trading, specifically, I do absolutely love day trading. I try to day trade every day that I'm able to, but I day trade, swing trade, long-term invest. I accidentally fell into cryptos as well back in like 2014, and so just happened to be on that bandwagon early. Totally didn't know anything about it other than what I could read and study on the internet. And so I do actively trade cryptocurrencies. And I say actively, I mean like once a week or whatever. But the weekly routine for me is Sunday night, which is perfect that we're doing this right now. I love trading futures. Sunday night gaps, man, I have like an 80% success ratio when we're trading futures or when I'm trading futures, especially on a Sunday. Because you get that gap, you get that sentiment overnight, right? So you're able to see who's trapped, who's winning, who's losing, who's making money, all that kind of good stuff. And so, tonight is just a great opportunity for some shorting because we can kind of clearly see a gap down.
Oh yeah, beautiful. And we actually had a nice little inside bar at the top for 15 minutes. So, I mean, that's awesome, Jeremy. I mean, you are basically, I would say, a professional in my eyes in trading, being doing this for so long. And one thing that I want to say is that, me and you, I would say we're on the same frequency in the way we think about things. But that grind that you put in back testing is exactly the same grind that I put in. And if you want to make it in this business, you have to put the grind in, because it's not going to come to you. If you want to compete with the best of the best, if you want to compete with those on Wall Street, you got to be putting in the work. And I guess behind every successful trader, you'll find a story of struggle and pain, but also triumph. And most of the time, it comes from backtesting. It comes from putting yourself out there and gaining more experience. So thank you so much for sharing that. And guys, hit me with a 1 right now if you love Jeremy's story. Hit me with a 1. So I love keeping the YouTube really interactive, and it's awesome. And we're at 200 people right now, which is good. That's where I want to be at. That's normally where we're at. And I guess last thing before we start digging into the lesson today is just how did you recover? Besides the back testing, how did you recover from a psychological point of view, going through losing that much money? And you know what, being so honest and transparent is really noble of you, because a lot of guys would not share those losers and those stories. So how did you deal with it from a mental aspect?
Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean the only thing I do is share the bad stories generally, because I have a lot of wins as well. But I love the bad.
Give us your biggest win in memory, in recent memory. What's your biggest win in recent memory? I guess maybe a PL on a day or a specific ticker.
Oh man,
what's the potential out there?
The biggest win recently. So I mean, if we talk about swing trading or day trading, I'll do both. So
yeah.
The biggest win I've had recently, day trading, was September 24th, 2019 on Tesla, I believe. If you want to pull up Tesla chart, I can show the exact day. Go to the daily chart for me.
Okay, that's
and this is a little bit of this is, obviously pre-split, but because it doesn't look nearly as cool as it looks right now, but we'll just go back and I'll just show you. And it was just such a fun day.
September, right around here. Pull that up.
Yep. October. So go right there to the right. Perfect. There it is. September 24th, 2019. So it doesn't look like anything crazy, but that was a huge day, man. That's like a 10% drop. Mm-hmm. And you can see that inside bar, right? That's your favorite candle. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. There. So with that breakdown, I shorted it. I had a $2 stop, and I was in it all day long.
Wow. All day long. You got a beautiful trend day.
Yeah. I made $80,000 that day.
How much?
80,000.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's
now, amazing. What was intriguing is I was actually a perma bull on Tesla at the time. And that was hedging. That was all puts. So I was playing it short with put, because I was actually long shares, call options, short puts, long calls. I was long everything that could make money on Tesla going up. And that gap that happened a month later, I made 1.4 million on the earnings gap in October.
Oh, wow. Yeah, wow. Guys, there it is. That's the potential here in trading. And look at Jeremy. What if he gave up? What if he gave up after losing 100K? Those are the opportunities that he would have never gotten. So it doesn't matter how much times you get kicked on your ass. It matters what you do after that. Absolutely. And this guy right here, guys, and he's not just a great trader. He's a great human being, giving back to the community with charities, teaching young individuals just like myself, going back to colleges and high schools and talking to people. So please, please, please do me a favor right now. Follow him on Twitter. First of all, hit the sub to the YouTube, and then let's go over here to the Twitter, and let me just pull him up here. It's at Newsome. Newsome Nuggets is your, I guess it's more of your personal channel, and then there's also the real life trading channel. So please check my brother out right here, guys. And
thanks, Rich.
And blow him up, hit him with the ones. All right, blow him up. So this guy is just a legend. He's actually a legend. He needs to be in the Hall of Fame of trading. So one day I'm gonna create a Hall of Fame, and you're gonna be the first inductee.
Thanks, brother. That actually is a good idea. We should create a Hall of Fame of trading. I don't think that I don't think there's an official one. But what's funny, man, is this is a sport. It is. And what's cool about this, and I don't think a lot of people openly talk about this, but realistically, Rich, when you're discussing trading and when you're discussing this profession, this is one of the only professions I'm aware of that has no ceiling at all. If you think of the richest people on the planet, all right, who's number one? Do you know?
I guess Warren Buffett's up there somewhere.
He's definitely up there. Yeah. Bezos, your boy Bezos is number one. So Bezos. How did he get it? Stocks, right? I mean, he
Mm-hmm.
owned shares of
Mm-hmm.
Amazon. Amazon became public. That's stocks. Okay. Number 2, Elon Musk, stocks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, Bill Gates, stocks, like issuing public shares, owning shares of companies like that. That is, even though yes, they had to create a business to do it, they still owned and had ownership of those shares, and those shares growing is what helped them build their wealth. The
Yeah.
richest individuals on the earth get there from the stock market.
That's honestly a fact that most people don't know. So thank you so
No,
much
dude.
for sharing
No,
that.
exactly. And the thing is, there's no limit. So this trade that you're looking at on Roku, the one you have on your screen,
Yep.
the amount of money that you could have made when you saw this perfect hammer, 4 candles in, and then you have an inside candle, like just on that move right there for
From
the
here to
following
here.
hour and a half, you could have made as
Mhm.
much money as you wanted. Like
Exactly.
if you
Mhm.
wanted to make $1 million in that move, you could have.
Exactly.
It would have been possible. I mean, you would have had to risk probably 200,000-300,000, but it could have been done. If you want to make $10 million, no worries, drop in the bucket. It's irrelevant. Doesn't matter.
And just an amazing point because everything in trading, especially when you look at it from the R system perspective, it's all just a percentage. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you're risking 2% to make maybe 4%, let's say, to
Mm-hmm.
make double. So whatever that percentage is how much you can make. So
Yeah.
the real grind in trading is actually building capital, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
everything else is just a product of a percentage and a numbers game. And a lot of people obsess with trying to take $1,000, to 50,000 or whatever. It can be done, but why not just do things a safe way, save your capital up, and follow proper risk management, and eventually you'll be at that point where, let's say, your risk unit is $5,000. Like, what's your risk unit these days? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, I don't care. Yeah. My active risk unit right now is $2,000. For all of my active, like short-term trades, my longer term, kind of like bigger positions is $60,000.
Okay, let's mark this chart up, guys. Let's mark this chart up for Jeremy, and let's talk about that. So,
Yeah.
let's say you play this hammer right here. So, if you're playing this hammer, I know you love hammers. Would you have taken it on the break above the high, or just the close of the hammer? Like, how would you have
Yep.
played this one?
Break above that hammer because it's a perfect
Yeah.
hammer. It's 10 out of 10. It couldn't have
Mhm.
been better. You have a little bit of an upper shadow, which is exactly what I want to see in a hammer because that tells me that some people are shorting it. When you have a red hammer, it's even a little bit better because that
Yeah.
still means you have a disproportionate amount of people who are selling on that candle. The lower shadow, you kind of see how it goes below the second candle, and we're talking about by pennies.
Yes.
So if it, and again, I did not take this trade. This was just an example that
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
showing
As
you
an
to
example,
get up on your
definitely.
charts. I want to be clear on that. So we're looking at this hammer. The hammer goes below the low of the second candle. That second candle is a
Very important.
massive bullish candle.
Very,
So
very
whoever
important.
took the breakout or got in on that bull candle, they put their stop below that bull candle. So when we as day traders can see, oh my gosh, this thing just flashed out and hit people to the penny, and they're pissed. So they're probably going to FOMO dive back in. That gives us an opportunity to be able to see this and set it up. So when you're seeing that amazing, I mean, that is a 10 out of 10. That's a Jessica Biel of hammer candles, right?
This
You
is
see
amazing.
that, you have
Mhm.
to play that.
And what's so
Inside candle
important?
and the next candle is
Yep.
just, it's icing. I mean, that's compression. I mean, you're the king of the inside candle. So that's compression. That's people getting excited. That's people going, I don't know what's going to happen, but something's about to happen. And then when it breaks out, you're getting in with either a stop market or a stop limit, something to that extent.
So let's use your risk unit as example here, because a lot of people ask me
Yep.
about that. So okay, let's say you want to risk $2,000 on this trade. So how
Yep.
would you do that? So I use the position tool calculator. Just go in here and
Perfect.
adjust your risk, right? So put that in there, 2,000, right? So basically for this trade, for Jeremy's risk, he would need to get in with 97 shares if he got in. Okay. And then when we go up here, right? Let's see at the high of the day what we clipped. So we clipped around 1.64. So how would you manage this trade? Once you start getting into profit here, are you scaling out? Are you taking targets at fixed amounts? What would you do from this point?
Yeah, solid question. So generally my goal when I'm day trading, and this is a very specific type of day trade, this is called a fade. So
Mhm.
this fade is a
Fading into the
little bit
gap.
more challenging because it was also a bearish gap and go fade, which is
Mhm.
also, you got to be a little more aggressive with these.
Mhm.
These are some of my favorite ones to play, but essentially, and we're going to look at the daily chart in just a little bit, but when we're looking at this, what I do is when you are in a fade, AKA you're playing it the opposite direction. So this gap down and you're playing it bullish. That's a fade.
Correct.
I scale out at new highs always. So when it makes a new high, now I posted this on Twitter like earlier this week, and I know I only have 1/3 of your Twitter followers, but someone saw it somewhere.
We're going to get you up there, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I'm not as cool as you. So here's what I do is I don't ever worry about selling the high because I know it's never going to happen. I'm never going to get out at the high. It's impossible. It won't occur. I don't stress about it. As a trader, your job is to make money. If you buy something at 12, sell it at 15. Who cares? Like you're going to be profitable if you had to stop at 10 and you sell it at 15. Always and forever. So when this trade happens, if you buy it with 100 shares, 10 shares, 30 shares, it went up $6 in like 5 minutes. It made a new high. So on that new high, I generally would have sold 10% of my position.
Okay.
And then I moved my stop up just barely. So I'll probably move my stop up like 1% of the stock price. Very, very small. And then I do the one thing that everyone hates. The hardest part of trading. What's that, Rich? You know?
Hardest part of trading?
Waiting.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Waiting, man. Everyone here, especially me, I want to make $1 million on every single trade that I take forever and ever and ever. I want all the money by next Tuesday, right? I don't want to wait.
Or you want it yesterday.
Dude, that's natural human tendency. Like I don't have a six-pack like you, but I want one tomorrow. And I don't want to do any sit-ups to get it, right? I want to eat cake all day long, drink beer all day long, and not work out. But I want to get the six-packs anyway. It's very, very hard. It takes time. It's a grind. It's a work. Everything is. So I have to wait. And what I generally do is wait somewhere between 25 and 35 minutes always before I move my stop.
Beautiful.
Now, I know that sounds like an eternity, but I haven't mastered the 1 minute chart yet. I generally play 2, 3, and 5. So I'm waiting somewhere between 6 and 10 candles. That's just my thing. I'm once I get in, I move my stop a little bit and I exit a partial. I always, like a robot, wait 6 to 10 candles to see what's going on. And then I move my stop again. And then when we make a new high, I trim and trail. So we made a new high and we popped out at about, what's that, 11:30?
Yep, 11:30.
Yep. So right about there, I'd exit another 10%, and then I'd move my stop to above break even, so I couldn't lose. And then when we pop and make a new high again, so that's about 12:30, I either get out of the entire trade because I go 10%, 10%, and then I get out of everything. If it's 1.6 Rs, that's a huge win. That's a huge win.
Wow.
And I'm done.
Guys, I'm going to tell you something right now. What Jeremy is sharing with you guys right now, someone could be charging you $100,000 to teach you. And that's the honest truth. Yeah. So please follow this guy. Check him out. Hit me with a 3 right now if your mind is blown. And this is just exceptional, guys. This is what real traders are doing every single day. This is how you make money. You don't make money by looking at the news, guys. It's having a process. So Jeremy's process is what makes him money. If he does the same process every single trade, he's going to end up with a positive result because he's not changing the parameters. And if one day you're going to sell at new highs and then one day you're going to put your stop loss to break even after 10 minutes, then what's going to happen? You're going to have results that are skewed, right? So you have to have that process locked in and you have to follow that process. All right. So I see all the 3s coming in there. So this is amazing. Okay.
Bro, you're so money. You're so money. You're nailing it. You're nailing it, man, because honestly, that's the truth. In trading, your job should be execute your plan and remove variables.
Yes.
Remove variables. Every trader that I work with as a coach or whatever, if I'm working with them and I'm training them, my job is to help them not do stupid things. If I pull up a trader's trade journal, they'll normally have bullish gaps, bear breakdowns, bull breakouts, late afternoon fades, afternoon rollover. Like they'll have like an amalgamation of everything. Rich, bro, I traded nothing but Apple for 2 years. 2 years, right? Wow. 2011 and 2012. The only thing I did is trade Apple, right? My birthday, your birthday, Jesus' birthday. I traded Apple and I began to know that stock so well. so well every single day. That's all I did. Now I traded all kinds of things on it. I day traded, options, swing trade, invested, put sales, like everything. I did everything you could possibly do with Apple, but I would do it every single day.
Yeah.
And that's all I did. So my watch list when I woke up Monday, Thursday, Tuesday of the next week was Apple. So it became so much easier because then I was able to remove noise and remove variables so that I had a process. I would love to show you a trade that I did make 3.5 hours on Friday. It's going to be AMD.
AMD. And a lot of people.
And I was looking at the 5-minute chart when I saw it. And I would love, I'll give you a hint. It was around 12:30. So tell me if you can see what I saw and how I traded and why.
12:30. Well, for me, this is what I see. I'm not sure if it's the same thing you, but basically here. So one of the things that I look at is what we called the morning reversal. So that's one of my concepts that I've studied it in depth, and basically within that first hour, we could put in either the high or the low of the day. That's my rule of thumb. Within the first hour of the trading day, we could put in the first high or the low. So basically, off of this push down here, what I'm seeing there is that we had this impulsive leg for the bears to the downside, and I would draw Fibonacci off of this right here, from this high to this low. And right there at 10:30, what I'm seeing here is this rejection of the 50 multiple times. So just taking a play right here with a stop loss either above this big bearish bar or maybe above the 786 if you want to be a little bit safer, I would basically play this with the idea of continuation down into the close. So that's my thoughts, bro. I'm guessing yours is a little bit different.
My man. All right. So you're absolutely correct. You see at 11:55, that ginormous bullish candle.
Yep. Right here.
So when I pulled this chart up, I was at a Panera. This is a true story. I was doing an in-person coaching session with a guy named Wesley. So he lives in Nashville. And we had just done a bunch of morning trades and hikes and hanging out and talking and discussion. And we were at Panera. And I was like, hey, bro, you want to go do a quick trade? And he's like, yeah, of course. Like, why not? Like, we got our computers in front of us. I had just crushed their broccoli and cheddar pasta. Like, it was so good. So I saw this ginormous bullish candle. When we were starting to take out that candle, like that all those buyers were trapped, right? Every single one of those buyers are losing money. When it closed below that candle, what time is that? 12:30, I think. That little bear candle, right?
This one right here. 12:40.
Two more to the left.
Oh, two more to the left. 12:30. Yep, you're right.
So So this is when I saw the AMD trade. Is that bear candle when it closed below the low of that bull candle? I said, okay, dude, if we go lower, it's game time. Mm-hmm. You get a high wave, bullish, almost perfect inside candle, almost perfect. Mm-hmm. Very, very nice. All the moving averages are pointing to the downside. You know, the trend is already bearish. All moving averages are bearish. Bollinger Bands, whatever you're looking at, it's all bearish. So I got in bearish below that with 115 put options. Mm-hmm. I bought those. They cost $1.74 at the time. And then my stop loss was exactly where your stop loss would be, which is about 114.50 on the chart. Yep. And that was it. That was the setup. And it did break down. 5 minutes later, it triggered, which was really cool. And then we traded sideways for exactly 6 candles. And guess what? During that 6 candles, all I did was wait, because that's what I do, right? I waited 6 candles. And then once that 6 candles broke down, I lowered my stop loss and added to the trade a little bit. So I bought a little bit more, lowered the stop, and then it just kept waterfalling. So one of my rules is when a trade starts to work immediately, that's the trade that I hold.
Yeah.
Which is very rare. Let's be clear. Mm-hmm. It's extremely, extremely rare. But when a trade starts working, I get in and I never have any red, ever. Mm-hmm. Those are the trades that I hold for the longest.
Wow. This is blowing my mind, Jeremy. This is amazing, because I have my ways, my styles, but just seeing it from a different perspective it's awesome. And I love how you're into the candles. You're into the psychology of every single candle. Who's trapped? What's going on? Did we make a new high? Did we have a big bullish bar and then get taken out immediately? Things like that. Those little details are what separate a regular trader from a great trader. And you, my friend, are definitely a great trader. So thank you so much for that lesson. So we're 34 minutes in. I knew this was gonna happen.
We're doing great, bro. This is amazing. This is so good. We have so much time.
I want to go back to Roku because I wanted to talk about the topics that I had here before I forget. Um, but just to throw it in the chat there, guys. You know, Jeremy, he's like those little details are so important because each candle represents the psychology of a trader.
Yeah.
It represents the psychology, the aggregate psychology, right? And so let's say, so what did you say you walked away with like your average R after that? Was it like about 2R or 2.5? You said
The one on
on
AMD was
AMD
3.2 Rs.
3.2R, guys. So just
Yep.
let's just say 3R, multiply that by 2,000. That's $6,000 on a Friday. That's definitely gonna get you some nice wine.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's so much potential out here. And let me ask you a question, Jeremy. So if you lost that $2,000, would that have phased your account? Is that a significant part of your account? So talk to the people about the position sizing part. So if you
Yeah,
lose that two
absolutely.
thousand
Absolutely.
dollars,
And I,
are
I
you
want to be
losing
clear,
three?
like that, it may sound like a lot of money to a lot of people, but and it is. Let's not harp on that. But essentially put, I've been doing this for 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
Last year my risk unit was 1,000. And I had $1,000 risk unit for 2.5 or 3 years. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
3 years. So I had $1,000 risk unit for 3 years, and I was building it up. So again, these are short-term, very, very quick, very active trades.
Yes.
Right? I don't do anything too crazy. I don't over position myself. $2,000 is 0.012% of my account size.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I trade with a few $1 million like of total liquidity. And again, it took forever to build up to there, forever. But when
Mm-hmm.
you have more money, it becomes easier. It does.
Yes. Yes.
And you mentioned earlier, everyone's obsessed with turning $1,000 into 50. Bro, go get a job, right? Be a great Uber driver. You can make $100 a day easily being a great Uber driver, and take $70 out and put into your trading account. And then
Yes.
just trade small size to get the grind in, to get the learn, to grow over time, slowly. And at some point, dude, you'll be in the right place at the right time. And it just has to happen if you
It's just a
take enough.
probability game.
It's a
Like
probability
eventually
game.
you're going to be in the right place, like you said,
Yeah.
because everything, you might get your ass kicked for a few trades, but as long as you're following a systematic approach, the numbers will work itself out.
Dude, absolutely, man. You're totally correct. So you have to have some type of systematic process, something that you go, all right, this is all I'm going to do. This is it. I'm going to do this and nothing else. And it's going to be fun. And I'm going to be excited about it. And I'm going to make money with it. And then you can remove variables and you can trade and see how you do. Like the very, very first thing I always tell new traders is when you make money, pull some money out of your account. Have something that you're trying to buy, like a physical thing that you're trying to buy. And when you make enough money to buy it, pull the money out and then go buy that thing, because then it'll reward you. It'll link positivity with doing the right thing. Yes, I know you want to grow your account. Buy something. The very first thing I bought was a refrigerator.
Wow.
Yeah. So, go to Best Buy is like what, $1,200. It wasn't the greatest.
Was it blinged out? Like, was it blinged out
but
with diamonds and everything on it and pearls?
bro, like when I opened that thing and like the cold air hit my face and I got one of those cold beers, like I reminded myself every single day that I traded well and I earned that. I mean, you got to pay yourself, because otherwise you're working for free. And who wants to do that? Who wants to spend this much time working for free?
That's awesome. That's an awesome story, and it enforces it from a psychological perspective. And you know how visualization works, and the secrets of the universe. And if you have a goal and you're focusing on that, and you're putting in the effort, it's just a matter of time until you break through.
Yes, dude. Absolutely. 100%.
All right. So let's move on. I'm very cognizant of your time. I know you have a newborn on the way, and I don't want to keep you here forever. But one thing I really want to share is, can people still get that book, that free ebook you gave away about how to retire with $3,000? Because man, I read that book a few years ago, and it changed my life. And it's so kind and generous of you to give that book away for free, brother, because you could easily sell that book for $100, and I would have bought it. So can
thanks,
people
man.
still get that on your website?
Yeah, dude. If you want to pop over there, it's reallifetrading.com. And if you scroll all the way to the bottom and go all the way down. So there's like those tabs where you have like all the cool fun giveaways and stuff. Keep going. It's all the way down. I have ginormous website.
Right here, retire on
Yeah.
3K.
So all the ebooks, guys, get all of those. Fibonacci sequence. I probably need to just put your book on there because yours is better than mine. Mine's shitty. Um, but there it is. Retire on 3K. And yeah, check it out. It's totally free. It's cool. And then I have one with candlesticks, which I think is really good. And I have one, like I said, on gaps, and then I have one on fibs.
Beautiful, beautiful. So they're all right here, guys. Beautiful. Like this right here. This is an amazing resource for you guys to get started on. And I definitely recommend the Retire on 3K book. Man, I remember when I first read this book and I was sending it to my wife. I'm like, you see, this is possible, man. This is possible. Look at this guy, Jeremy. Like he's making it happen. We can do it. We can do this. And you really, really
Yeah, man.
motivated me, man. And so thank you so much. Thank you, Jeremy, for everything you do for the community.
Bro, of course.
I don't know if people tell you that enough, but you're the GOAT. You are the GOAT in my eyes. So thank you so much.
Thanks, man. Thanks, brother. It means a lot to me to hear you say that. And I'm excited for both you and I to teach the younger generation and to help all the men and women out there that want to do this for full time. Because that's what I experience a lot, Rich. People come to me and they go, dude, I just want to do this full time. This is what I want to do. And I go, awesome. Let's go do it. Let's build it out. I got a coaching session with a guy tomorrow named Jose. Lives in South Florida, Jose Marin, and he wants to do this full time. So it happens so frequently, and it's really, really exciting.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, I think the world we live in these days, people are opening up to the fact that they don't have to work a 9 to 5. They can work online, they can have their own business, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm so happy to see that, and I'm also so happy to see the younger generation getting involved at a young. I got involved pretty late, and I wish that I'd known this stuff when I was like 16, 17 years old, and that's what I've been actually trying to do. I'm going to write a book on financial literacy with one of my colleagues, and we're going to give that book away for free to kids in high school and whatnot. So.
Boom, baby.
So important. It's so important. So thank you.
Love that so much.
Thank you. All right. So let's bang out some of these topics here. This is I want to make sure that we hit these and then we can go into the stock picks. And we'll try to get it done within the next 20 minutes.
Easy.
All right. So the first thing, giveaways. All right. So we're doing giveaways tonight on my stream. We just broke 20K this weekend on Twitter. 5K on YouTube, and I'm watching every single comment in here. I'm always looking, so I'm gonna pick a few of you guys later for my copy of my book, and you're gonna get 1 month for free in the swing room and the Discord. So keep asking good questions, keep typing. We really appreciate all of you guys. So the first thing that I want to talk about, I guess in your own words, Jeremy, I want to go through these topics here, and then I'll chime in if I have anything else to add. But in your trading world, what is a gap? What is a gap? Why is it significant? What does it mean to you?
Gaps are life when you are a trader, for sure. You got to nail these things down. You have to, because when you understand these, you see the matrix. Everything starts opening up. It becomes so much more clear and you get it. And what you understand is psychology. So pull up, I know we're on Roku, but pull up Signup. Let's see if you know that ticker for that.
I don't.
CI.
Sorry, CI. Oh,
yeah,
C?
just CI. C is in Charlie, I is in ice cream. Signup Corporation. Yep.
Beautiful.
And pop over to the daily chart because this was ridiculous. This thing was like the most gorgeous gap I've seen in my life.
Right here.
Oh my gosh, look at this thing, bro. So gaps are the overnight movement that occurs in a stock, generally based on some type of overnight buying or selling based on news or emotion or sentiment or a release of some kind. Usually it's earnings.
Yep.
And what I look for is one very easy, obvious question. Who is losing money?
Yep.
Is it the bulls or is it the bears? Because someone's losing money when a stock moves a lot. Simple as that. And if I can look at a chart and go, wow, tons of bulls are losing money, I'm looking for shorts primarily. If I can look at a chart and go, wow, tons of bears are losing money, then I'm looking for longs.
Yep.
And that's it. When you study gaps and you make gaps part of your daily or nightly routine for trading or for scanning, it can become such a humongous advantage for an edge because I was actually hosting a live retreat in Lake Tahoe a month ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I taught everyone a roulette strategy. And that sounds crazy. It sounds asinine, I know. But when most people go play roulette, they literally go gamble. They don't have a focus. They don't have anything that they do. I could teach anyone how to trade anything. And so this is what you're doing. This is exactly how you need to play it over and over and over. And when you stick to this, you will win. And once you make your money, you keep it and that's it.
Wow. Okay.
So this gap right here, this was, I know you have your candles colored a little differently than I do, but I believe this was a bearish retest gap. So the candle that closed beforehand was a bearish one. Inside candle. Perfect. Thank you, my man. So it's an inside candle compression. The previous candle is bullish, really, really strong bull gap and go on that day, actually. So you had a bullish candle followed by an inside high wave indecision. So a lot of people don't know what's going to go on, mostly full of bulls. If you look at Signa is a blue chip dividend paying company. So, people are going to be excited about buying it, but this thing gapped below years and years of support and resistance.
Wow.
I mean, it was trapping millions of people at open. So at open, you had at least 2 years worth of buyers who were losing money.
Yep. That's exceptional. The way you just broke it down, like, I'm excited. I wish I could trade this right now.
So when that thing opened, it was just a waterfall because everyone who had bought was losing money. So I zoom into a smaller time frame and look to short it. And for the gentleman who's asking what's a short, so shorting is when you can make money as the stock goes down. I don't know if you're in the US or in India or not. I know in India, they have a little bit of a harder time doing shorts. I do realize that. But in the US, you can actually make money as a stock goes down by what's called shorting. Shorting essentially is selling something at a higher price and buying it back at a lower price and giving you this opportunity to just short. It was a waterfall, man. Absolute waterfall. Yeah. And the cool part is, dude, able to play this twice.
Wow.
2 ways.
What without going into were you drilling into on the lower time frame to get in? Was it the 3 minute?
Yes. So when I played it long, I don't know. Do you use moving averages at all?
I only use for day trading. I actually just focus on the inside and outside bars and the fibs.
Yep.
But I do always have the mid Bollinger Band, which is the 20 EMA. I always have that there. It's like a secondary reference for me.
You want me to share my chart really quick?
Yeah. Can we do that? Yeah, 1 sec. Let me see.
We can find out.
Yeah, we're gonna. This is live TV, guys. Live TVs.
Live TV, baby.
So I think all you got to do is hit add to stream. Let's see, man.
Let's see if I can figure this out. I'm pretty sure I got this. Share screen, entire screen. Got to click on it. Boom.
Click on the audio part too. I think there's a part at the bottom that says share audio. Make sure that's checked off. I think that's important.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so we should be good to go then, right?
I don't see it on my side actually. Wait, let me check on the YouTube app. Maybe it's there. Guys, let us know. Can you see Jeremy's screen there? Let me just see. No, all we see is your beautiful face.
Interesting. Okay, let me try one more time. Share screen. Share entire screen.
No, yeah, so we see no nose, yeah.
Still no signal. If not, I'll just walk you through it on yours.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It's
all good, dude. Hey, no worries. It's probably my end. I'm sure. It's my end.
It's definitely you're my first. You're my first here with
no worries. So I'll just kind of walk you through it. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Zoom in.
Do you want me to add an EMA, like a 9 EMA or anything in there? I can.
No. We're good. So zoom into like 11 o'clock. Okay. And what was happening here is the stock. So Signa is a blue chip company. Everyone knows what Signa is. This stock was trading into the 100 simple moving average on a weekly chart. So we're talking a massive moving average. Yes. This moving average, the 100 SMA on a weekly chart, is the most obvious institutional buying spot of all time.
Agreed.
And when Signa came down to that level, I was like, okay, guys, this is a no-brainer. Signa's coming down to the 100 simple on a weekly chart. We got to be buying here. Even though it's a big sell-off, it's already down 13%. Let me go in and try to go long here. So again, gaps create emotion. They create urgency. They create excitement. So when this thing popped at 11:15, on the 3-minute chart right there.
Yep.
Yep. I got in on that on a pullback, stop below the low of the day, and just rode that puppy up for an R and some change, just simply based on, long-term moving averages.
And you know what, Jeremy? That's actually insane, because that's something that a lot of people don't talk about, but their moving averages, there's support, there's Fibonacci on the higher time frames.
Yeah.
And then when you come down to a lower time frame, like the 3-minute or something, you can really see it visually. Oh, we're tagging the 100 SMA, on the monthly chart, let's just say, and we can see the accumulation right here. We can see the accumulation. We can see the inside bar. We can see the breakout. And then also we had this red bar right here. And it's just absolutely mind-blowing. And that's why I try to tell people there's so many ways to make money in this game. So many ways. What it comes down to is which one can you execute every single day? And the way you said it, gaps are everything. You can just trade gaps. You don't have to make things complicated. For me, for my day trades, every day trade must start with an inside bar the previous day. And that's the way I do it. But definitely gap trading is another way to earn a living. So thank you so much for walking us through that.
Yeah, of course, man. And you can see on the 3-minute that inside bar inside that bull high wave candle, 4 candles in.
Yeah,
easiest short of all time.
That's beauty. Yeah, that's money. That's money. And that's great. Okay, so let's go back to the topics here. So I want to talk about the trap traders. I know we just basically talked about that. So generally how to trade a gap. So what I just love what you just said was you looked actually at the last few days on the daily chart, and you're trying to paint a picture in your head. So who's trapped? What happened? We had some bulls that came in, then we paused with an inside day, and now we're gapping down significantly, and all those bulls are going to be trapped. And like we just saw, you could have actually played the short too if you wanted to with that inside bar, but you patiently sat on your hands and waited for your play, which was knowing that it's a big blue chip institution and someone's going to step in at some point to buy some up. And that's exactly what I see here on Roku too. We could see that even though it's a huge gap, but it's such a blue chip name that there's institutions willing to step in.
Correct. Yeah. And so I still wait a few minutes because I would love, man, if I had a superpower, it'd be telling the future, obviously, and I would just trade all the time and never lose. Yeah, it'd be amazing. But if I'm looking at Roku, I generally wait a few minutes. And this is a 5-minute candle. So the very, very first 5-minute candle essentially said, I don't know, right? Yep. Upper shadow, lower shadow, indecision. And the second candle said, yeah, we know. And when that second candle comes in, you go, okay, cool. I'm not looking for a bearish trade. I'm only looking for a bullish trade from here, because that's such a powerful, powerful, strong move.
Thank you. And you know what, Jeremy, you have so much content on your website, and you have that whole 4 types of gaps, and I really think everyone should read this, watch all the videos you did. You did some amazing videos on gaps that I watched. It was just mind-blowing. Like I would go to sleep watching some of those videos because I couldn't put it down. And I'm just end up falling asleep and then waking back up with the video on. And this is just amazing. So what I want to do for I know you're here for another 7 minutes. I want to talk to you about your services. What do you do? How can people get in contact with you? We have your website, we have your YouTube, we have your Twitter. But yeah, what are your services, and how can people be a part of the RLT community?
I appreciate that, man. So the easiest thing to do, and the thing that I think offers the most connection and the most assistance, is if you click on the mentoring tab right there. There's a particular gentleman that I work with. His name is Johnny Guarco, and he's a former Marine, U.S. Marine. If you scroll down a little bit more, and right now we sell out of every mentorship that we ever create. Those are all sold out. They're really, really phenomenal programs and products.
Wow.
And we allow individuals to essentially get into a small group training session and do a hand-holding 8-week long small group where they talk everything from, Tony was talking about credit spreads, option trading, hedging, day trading. The green is a little bit more of a beginner, and if it's not green, it's a little bit less beginner.
That's only $3.99. Are you missing another 9 there?
Dude, I'm definitely missing another 9. I'm bad at math and I'm bad at business.
Because this is absolutely insane value. We're talking about 8 weeks of these experienced traders' time. That's crazy for $3.99. Yeah. Guys, you can't beat that. And that's the thing about Jeremy. That's the thing about me. It's not about trying to squeeze pennies out of people. It's about putting a price out there where we can help the most people.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And those mentorship groups have already allowed us to donate over $100,000 this year to charities, and
Wow.
that's one of our biggest missions of our company is, obviously to help and enrich the lives of others. If you scroll down a little bit more, Rich, there is one that's a little bit more curtailed to just general badasses. Is this one right here? So if you are current or former military, or you know anyone who's current or former military, this is the guy to work with. I work with a lot of special forces, Marines, Air Force, Navy SEALs, and Green Berets. And so I want all the current or former military. I feel like they are the ones that give us the freedom that we enjoy on a day-to-day basis, right, Rich?
100% agree.
If you can go here and work with Johnny, it is absolutely a mind-blowing, game-changing, life-altering experience. I would highly suggest it. And other than that, man, I think the best course that I've ever created is probably the backtraining marathon. Yeah, thanks, dude. You're so cool, man. You're such an awesome guy. And by the way, guys, Rich, he did not ask me for this ahead of time. This is just because he's amazing. He loves to give back. So the backtraining marathon, this is what I did. I actually did this, and then I ran a real marathon on the same day. But this is a 6-hour long sit down and doing what we're doing right now. But I did it for 6 hours straight without stopping.
Wow.
And I recorded the whole thing, and then I went and actually ran a marathon. So it's a game-changing, really, really useful. These tags you see where it says mind blown, that was real testimonials from the class that was happening as it was occurring.
Wow. And Jeremy, you do this type of content out there, and a lot of people in my services, in my room, and on my Twitter in general, they're craving for things like this. And that's one of the reasons I wanted to bring you on here, because if there's somebody that I trust, it's you. I would put put my followers in your hands, because I know that you're the real deal. So thanks so much for all of this. Everything, guys, is fair priced here. You guys know how it is. There's guys out here charge you $10,000 for a piece of paper, teaching you how to trade a crossover and moving averages. Like, you know what I mean? So this is real value right here. And this is just awesome. So thank you so much, Jeremy. And we're going to go into some chart requests after.
Let's do it really quick. I got some time. I'm jacked up, dude. Okay. I can't leave now. Let's go look at some let's go look at some chart requests.
All right. Okay, guys, start throwing in some in the chat real quick. And we're gonna just pick a few right here and roll with it. So Jeremy, I guess the way that I do chart requests here is a little bit different. What I do is I try to simplify it for everyone. All I do is this. We pick a name. So we have PLTR, for example. Let's do that. So I'm gonna go to PLTR. And this is all I do. I go to the weekly. If there's not an inside bar, outside bar setup, then I'm not trading it. Here in PLTR, we have a beautiful inside bar with 3 wicks showing a lot of short pressure here. So for me, the way that I would play this is pretty much taking the break above the high or low. Anyone is fine with that inside bar there. And if I don't find something on the weekly, I'll go to the daily. And then if I don't find something there, I'll go to lower time frame. But I need that pattern, the inside bar or the outside bar, to give me that signal that, hey, it can be on my list. So
on the weekly, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Because I have a scanner actually. I have a scanner actually that I just scan for those setups. I just want to repeat the same thing over and over and over again, because that's what makes me money.
What a baller! What a baller, dude. Well, that's why you're a badass, man. So that is a beautiful inside bar with earnings coming up. That's sexy. That's going to be a fun gap on PLTR. I can say this: if it gaps up on earnings, short it. It's going to be a fade, because too many people are in this name and have been bag holding forever, unless it opens above 30, in which case it's going to moon Lambo. If it gaps down, short the pants off of it.
Yeah. So we have earnings on the 12th of
next week. Yeah, Thursday.
So guys, put this on your watch list. We're all going to have a lot of fun with this name. Remember Jeremy's words right here. And now you guys know how to trade gaps, at least a little bit. And if not, then go on Jeremy's YouTube, get it all ready to rock and roll for when PLTR earnings come, and share your results with us. All right. And
that's cool. Craig just donated £2 and wants to look at Roblox. Right, I didn't know you could do that. That's cool. Guys, everyone give Rich at least $2 really quick, just because he's awesome. Just because it's $2. Like I'll match. I will give $2 to Rich after we get off the phone. I'll Venmo or PayPal, whatever he prefers. Go in, give him $2. Let's go pull up Roblox real quick, man. This is
Let's
an
pull
easy
up
one.
Roblox, guys. All right, let's roll. Roblox right here on the weekly. Boom. Okay, so here we go. Let me get Craig off here. Thank you very much for the donation, Craig. You're the boss. You've been following me for a long time. I appreciate all of your kind donations, brother. Thank you. Okay, so here we are on Roblox. Let me get rid of some of my scribbles. So actually, for me, I've been watching this name for a while, and I just actually pulled the Fibonacci of the whole range. And I noticed that we've been kind of hanging out on the 618 for some time. For me, though, I can't play this unless I have a signal from my inside bars, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to the daily. There we go. So here's an outside bar. So I could play this one. So the simplest way to play it here, break above the high, long, break below the low, short. Just keep it simple. That's how I would look at that. But I guess what's your insights there on Roblox?
I would agree. I would agree exactly what you said. I know earnings are around the corner. I don't expect them to do anything too crazy on earnings. Right now, it's a little bit more sideways. Very, very fun name to day trade.
Yeah.
Extremely fun to day trade. Swing trade's a little bit range bound right now, so I'm going to wait until earnings to see what it does.
Beautiful. Okay, so here we
Yeah.
go. So we got Joe right here with the 499 super sticker. Let's throw him up here, Joe. We got the hippopotamus super sticker. I appreciate that. Yep, I'm on a cut right now, so yep, I'll be trying to get out of hippo mode. So thank you very much. Oh, we got the donation just rushing in here, brother. Thanks, Jeremy. Thank you. This is good. This is all good. I'm gonna donate this money. Whatever we get here, guys, is going to donation tonight. So we'll figure it out.
Bam.
Here we
Love
go
it.
again. Ramon M, $1.99 super sticker with the GG. Yes, sir. GG. Red Lock here, another $1.99. Yes, Rich. Appreciate that. Corey with the super sticker. Thumbs up, $2.99. Magnus, Drake, Proxton with the $2 that says cool. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. And we're gonna figure out where we're gonna donate this. There's a couple of guys that I see on the right now near the Hard Rock where I'm living right now. I'm living in the Hard Rock in Hollywood, Florida. So there's a couple guys I see out there that look like they're having a hard time. They're asking for money every day and they're out there in the sun and I feel really bad for them. So I'm gonna take this money here and I'm gonna give it to one of those guys and try to help them out.
You're the man. Love it, dude.
All right, so let's keep going. So we have Airbnb. That's a sexy
ABB.
name.
What do we got on this?
Sexy name. Airbnb. Boom. Okay. So for me right here with Airbnb, I love that it's found support, but personally for me on the weekly, I'm not allowed to take anything there. On the daily, boom, there's a beautiful inside bar. So this is basically, I know earnings is on the 12th, but basically on Monday, I'll be tackling this inside bar. I'll be trying to play this inside bar, and we can actually look back in time. Look at these previous inside bars. We had some days where we had good runners. So that's kind of what I'm looking for continuation into tomorrow. Maybe take a day trade, some calls, puts, whatever. So I guess, Jeremy, how do you look at Airbnb?
I would agree with that sentiment. This is one that's probably more long term. If you have an Airbnb property, you have to buy some shares. Otherwise, you're just dumb. You got to be in long term. If you have rental properties, real estate, or some type of long term Airbnb. Airbnb is going to go higher over time. We all know that. It's amazing. It has a lot of regulations that needs to fight through and break through. But this beautiful double bottom on a weekly chart that's trying to confirm. We'll see if it will. If it goes back down to 125, I'll buy it again. And if it closes above the neckline at 155 after earnings, I'll buy the retest. Right now, you have 3 weeks in a row of buying. So if it gaps up on earnings, it will fade. And again, it'll sell off, look to short it. And then as it pulls down to support, look to buy it.
Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, it's so simple. Like when you look at it from a mechanical way, everything you're telling me is mechanical. And that's what I appreciate the most. So here we go. We got some more donations. Fernando with the $2. Thank you very much. We have Tom with the super sticker right there. Thumbs up. Thank you very much, brother. We have Jackie with another super sticker. Thanks.
Varian. I know Varian very well.
Varian. Varian, welcome to the
man.
stream, brother. $5. Thank you so much. Eric with the $1.99. Thanks, Rich and Jeremy. Tapesh with the $2. I can't take it anymore, guys. You're overloading me. Here we go. Matthew, 420 for Snow. Okay, we're gonna get that done. And then Shanine has been here for a very long time. I appreciate her a lot. And we have that $2 super sticker with cool. All right, so let's check out Snow for our brother Matthew right here. Let's see what's going on there. Okay, so let me get my mouse back here. Snow, boom. All right, so Snow.
This is so fun, guys. Your boy Rich is gonna be giving away like $200 to these guys.
Did you see my technical analysis on Snow?
Oh, that's it. The Rumpelstiltskin face, huh? That's it. The
Actually,
Rumpelstiltskin pattern, the
it started
classic
off.
Rumpelstiltskin.
It started off with a J-Lo bottom for me, and then it became a bunch of different lines. But yeah, okay. Aside from that joke, here we
Dog,
go.
I
So,
got this one set up right now as an official swing trade on my list too. If you go into
okay,
the daily
what time
chart,
for daily? Okay, let's look at that.
it's saucy. Look at that. Me and you know
Beautiful.
what's up, dude.
Yeah.
We know what's
Beautiful,
up.
beautiful, beautiful. I love this long wick here with this beautiful inside bar. Looks ready to rock and roll. And as you can see right here, we try to push down. We tried already. But that's been bought up. So definitely, I guess it also depends a little bit on the overall market, because we are kind of trending lower with futures right now. So depend if we get market strength here with this inside bar, definitely think we can keep going.
Oh yeah, but this is a great example of, for some reason, I'm not saying this is going to happen. If snow opened below 269 tomorrow,
There's gonna be a lot of trap bulls.
rip.
For sure. Yep.
RIP, baby.
Yeah, and you know what, Jeremy? That's actually something that I do a lot with my swing trades. I look for those wicks, and then I set stop limit orders to break the wick. So, for example, if I wanted to short snow, I'll have a short stop limit right there, 270.10. So, if any time it triggers here, the whole thesis is going to break this wick, and then possibly come back down here. And if we do break this wick, then we could start getting that rug pull. And when you get a rug pull on the way down, you can make a lot.
Agreed. No, I totally agree with you, man. I think you're absolutely correct for sure.
All right. So we got some more donations. Let's keep that going.
Zoom. Your boy
we got
Alfred
Vic
wants to look at
Patel.
Zoom.
Vic Patel with the $2. Hey, you. Thank you very much. Lance with the $1.49 super sticker. We got the unicorn. Yes, we have a real life unicorn right here. Jeremy Newsome.
Thanks, Lance.
We got Alfred right there with the $2 Zoom. If you have time, yes, we'll deal with that right now, brother. And then Brandon Bayless with the $10 Big Boys super sticker. Thank you very much. And hey, we have Davis Trades in here, guys. So Davis is another big Twitter account. Rich, my man, been a few weeks since I have been able to drop in. Still killing it, brother. Guys, Davis is here. All right. So we have the NWO right now. We have the NWO. We have Hogan. We have Nash and Hall right now, guys. Beautiful. All right. So let's do. It's funny because I'm a big wrestling fan, and
dude, me too, man.
To SmackDown on Friday to Tampa, and it was awesome. So here we go. Zoom.
That's so cool.
So Zoom, a funny story about Zoom. The first time I played Zoom, I think was back here on this inside bar, and had a beautiful run. But right now for me, I don't see anything on the weekly, not really interested. And on the daily, I don't see my inside or outside bar. So for me personally, I would not be playing this name just because I need to have my prerequisite conditions met. But Jeremy, how would you approach this one?
So I agree with you. I mean, if there's no signal to pass on, one of the ways that I do trade Zoom personally is this is a service that I use a lot.
Me too.
For my webinars, and I always believe in being an owner rather than just a consumer. So you can do what's called an accumulation strategy, where if you have a little bit of a larger account and you're looking at distributing your wealth, maybe buy 2 or 3 shares a week, right? And just kind of like slowly tiptoe in. When it pulls back, buy some, pull back, buy some, just keep accumulating. I've been doing that for about a year, and I got 75 shares right now, and I'm up on them. And I'll probably buy another 25 in the next month or two, and then do some covered calls. Probably sell some 440, 450 covered calls. If I get called away at 450, I win. So
wow.
Looking forward to it.
And you know what, guys? That I actually heard about that a long time ago from you, about, if you use a product consistently, why not be a buyer, an investor? And I actually did that with Microsoft and PayPal. I use that all the time. I did that back in the COVID, the COVID crash. I was like, hey, I can hold this thing forever. I don't care. And you know what? Like, that's actually something that a lot of my followers talk about. It's like, how can I invest? And this is a perfect example, guys. Like, if you use Zoom, you believe in the product, etc., you can use a pyramiding approach. And that actually, you have a video on that on your channel, I believe. I think I saw it before. So, I mean, guys, this guy is the GOAT. He's giving every single thing that you need, guys. Risk management, position sizing, investing, day trading, swing trading, gaps. It doesn't matter. It's a one-stop shop at real life trading, guys. All right. So please, please, please. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to buy anything. Get the free books, read it. And if you find value, support this guy. And actually, what I'm going to do here is you have some books on Amazon, right? Another book. Is that correct?
I do. Yeah. And I think, man, we're like living in it right now. The book is called Money Grows on Trees. And just from the value that you're creating tonight, like we can see the ripple effect. I'm not the greatest at math, but if I had to just assume, you're probably gotten about $100 right now, just off of a stream that you did using using the software, using the internet and what it's provided for us.
That's
So if
crazy.
you have the ability, we're creating value. The people, and thank you everyone who's donating, you're going to take that money and give it to someone who needs it, and you're going to give them a leg up in the world, and they're going to remember you, and that's going to create a positive impact. That's what life's about, bro. It's just things that you do, the things that I do, the things that we do together. The Money Grows on Trees is just showing you that everyone has the ability to create value instantly in a huge way using their mind. That's really all I do at the end of the day, Rich. If you really think about it, is I teach people how to make money with their mind.
And guys, for all of you guys that are here in the chat right now, let me ask you a question, honest question. So hit me with a 1 right now if you can feel the energy. Like if you're feeling that energized, positive vibes off
This
of
is
this.
what abundance feels like right
This
here.
is what it feels like, guys. This is the state that we should all be in as humanity if we help each other out and if we share knowledge with each other instead of battling with each other and living in fear and living in greed. Like this is what it's about. And Jeremy is an amazing guy. And are you missing another 9 on this right here on the paperback?
Again, because I'm always missing 9s, man. Yep, that's
you're missing something here. So what I want to do here, guys, I want to give away 10 of these books right here. 10 books from Jeremy. Money Grows on Trees. I'm gonna give away 10 of those. So just keep commenting and all that, and I'm gonna look back through this, and I'm gonna pick a few of you guys, and I'm gonna pick 10 of you guys, and we're gonna send you these books. All right. Because this is just it's if I can give you the gift of knowledge, and I'm sure Jeremy feels the same way, that is something that's infectious. You can go and teach your brothers and sisters, your community. You can help the world. So that's what it's really about. So Jeremy, thank you so much for that. Let's get back to some donations here. It's going a little bit crazy.
Dude, it is going crazy, man.
I need to hire somebody for this.
You're crazy, bro. You're crazy.
We're living in abundance is a crazy feeling, guys. It's absolutely insane.
So fantastic.
So we got Mike Jones right here. Archon, please. $1.99. We'll get that. And JJ with Oracle for $2. Thank you. $5 from Sibby the First. It's my son's birthday, so planning to watch later. Just dropping in. Thanks for all you're doing. Oh, brother, thank you so much for being here. Enjoy your son's birthday, and you guys should watch it together. It's a PG. What else do we have here? $5 from Kamar right there for Sophie, and $1.99 from Roman Empire. Roman, thank you so much for being here. All right, so let's go back up the top before I forget all of this. Which was we need Oracle and Archon. Okay, so RCON. Let's do that. So RCON. So here we go.
Never heard of this one.
Yeah, so very tight little inside bar here, guys. Very, very tight. So for me here, we just look in the past, we could see we had some big runners off of these tight inside bars. But if I'm playing this, I'm basically because for me personally, I don't play anything under $15. That's just how I deal with it. But I guess Jeremy, do you have experience playing these smaller price tickers?
I do, yeah. This one could absolutely run. It's one of those situations where I wouldn't risk more than 1% on it. Obviously, I mean, it's or whatever your percent risk reward is. Have some type of stop in place, because these are one of those. Some random announcement comes out and it goes to 0. But that's a beautiful, beautiful setup. I mean, just looking at it, the very, very nice.
And would you say, like, managing that risk side, would it be better, like in some of these smaller names, to like play options rather than shares? Just that if you get those options, it could go to, if it goes to 0, at least you lose what you put in, whereas shares, you can kind of get stuck with it.
That's a good question. I would say that on like biotech or pharmaceuticals, or maybe just some really, really strange no-name companies. Like this one could be one of those. I'm not sure. I'd have to probably do a little bit more research. But yeah, essentially, you're absolutely correct. Because then I would do what's called an absolute 0. So if I buy options, my risk is my investment. That's my 1%. Yes. So if it works, awesome. And if it doesn't, then I lose my 1%. So.
Exactly. And that's so important. Yeah. If you're playing names with a lot of uncertainty, expect what you put in could go to 0. Yeah. And that's the easiest way to deal with it overall, without having to worry about losing all your capital. All right. So let's move on. Oracle.
All right.
So we actually I took Oracle last week in the swing trading room. So here's my actual setup here, Jeremy. Actually share some thoughts with me on this one. So what I did right here, we had this inside bar last week, and we had a big short pressure coming in. So all I did right here is I took my entry 88.55, stop 87.39. I bought shares and I bought some calls that were 2 weeks out, and we hit 1.5. So I hit my 1.5 target. We went to about 1.7. I covered some stop losses at break even on the rest. So other than that, if I go to the daily, there's actually a beautiful holy grail pattern. So this is, I guess you never heard about this one, Jeremy, but it's an outside bar and an inside bar. I call it the holy grail. And I really like those patterns. But yeah, otherwise than that, I'm in this one right now. So hopefully, I wanted to squeeze through some of these wicks, and I think we can blow the roof off. But I guess, Jeremy, what's your thoughts on that?
Love it. It's a great trend, great setup. I'm so happy that you're in it. I mean, it's a blue chip stock, pays dividend, been around forever. Nice compression, great trend, awesome trade, man. And I love that, because a lot of traders will go, what if it goes to 150? And you're like, I don't care. Like, you're in for your hour and a half, make your money, take your gain, don't overstretch it. Just try to make money. That's why we're here. We're here to make
exactly.
money. Get it.
And you know what the funny thing is? I've played Oracle since here. And I've been in and out of just like swings, boom, 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 boom. Like, it's 100% win rate right now. It looks amazing in hindsight, but literally that's what I did. I played every single inside bar on Oracle on the weekly chart long.
Love it. Love it,
so,
man.
And I took my profits on the way there. I wish in hindsight that I just held this one forever, but
of course,
you don't know
I'm
that
the best hindsight trader in the world, by the way.
I think we have a lot of great hindsight traders out there.
I'm one of the best, though. I'm one of the best. Yeah. I love it.
All right, let's keep rolling here. What else?
I'm gonna jet Rich. But
yeah. I know you got to go, brother.
Thank you so much. You are astounding. You're an incredible human being. I cannot wait to get my paws on you. I am going to go ahead and say publicly, I'm going to kind of force you to come out to my island in March. I'm gonna send you the link. Like, just have to do it, man. It's called the most impactful traders in the world. Like, how could you not be there? You're one of those.
Thank you, brother. Yeah,
you earned it. So
send me the details.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna send you some details, dude. I love you so much, man. Thank you for this opportunity. It means a lot to me that you allowed me to do this. Thank you.
No, Jeremy, thank you, brother. When I was under, I think it was under 3K or 4K followers, you out of the kindness of your heart, you put me on your YouTube channel, and this for me is just a small thank you. And I really, really appreciate you deeply. So thank you very much for being here. Everybody hit Jeremy with the 4 on his way out, guys. With the true
hey, Rich, much more to come between me and you, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. All right. Take care, Jeremy.
See you, bro.
Boom. There we go, guys. Jeremy Newsome. Just a legend. Absolutely legend, man. I mean, I'm feeling the vibes right now. I don't know if you guys can feel it, but it feels goddamn amazing. Feels amazing to be in the presence of someone that is trying to help other people. It's just crazy. So here we go. So I'm gonna get my brother right here, Kamar, with the Sophie. Is it Sophie? I didn't forget about you, brother. So let me deal with that right now. Where are we at? Hour and 17 minutes. So I mean, like I said, I'm by myself right now. My wife is out of town seeing her mother. And my brothers and my parents, they went back home, so it's just me here. And in my free time, I want to be with you guys. I really want to be with you guys to help you guys out wherever way and shape and form that I can. So let's keep going here. So we got Sophie, whatever, right here. One thing I do see with this name, actually, it's been hugging the support for a very long time. And if we draw some fib, let's do the full fib actually from the low, all the way down here up to the high, and we could see right there that, oops, if we can get it, yeah. So we actually tagged the 786 a few times, which is showing that there's a lot of buying pressure. We tagged it, bam, bam, right? We tagged it. We had a beautiful double inside bar pattern up here for a nice short, like that's just beautiful. And then now we're pulling back down here. It's kind of a little bit dangerous here because this is actually a Fibonacci for the short. I'm also seeing here, if we take it from the high down to the low, right? Again, so look at this. Look at the synergy of the market. You see, look at the Mona Lisa in the market. 786 bull, 786 bear. I mean, that is just absolutely amazing. And we have a lot of algorithms in this name, guys. A lot. And what that means is that we're kind of in no man's land right now. But if we start taking out some of these major support down here or these major resistance, we can definitely see some big moves. All right, so keep an eye on that, brother. Right now it depends if you're in or if you're not in, but I wouldn't be really looking to initiate anything new. It's always best to take it on the first test of those fibs, like up here, or if you wanted to take that double inside bar short, or if you wanted to go long back here with the outside bar, that's when I would have been interested in that. All right. Okay, so thank you. All right, so what I got to do here is I got to go back to the Discord. There's a lot of chart requests in there that I did not look at yet. So we're going to look at that, and we're just going to keep going here and try to give you guys some more of my time. I already have the picks for tomorrow. So let's share those picks for tomorrow. And actually, let me get some guys here. Brent Windham right here with a super sticker with a $5. Thank you very much, brother. And I have to make sure, like, I'm gonna think about how I want to donate this, because someone was saying, like, it's better to give it to like a shelter and all that. So yeah, I need to think about it, how I want to donate and how I'm gonna do that. But definitely I promise you guys I will. That it's important to me to help someone, and we're going to take the donations from tonight and we're going to give it to a good cause. And I might just start doing that moving forward. I might just take these donations and give it to a good cause, guys. So thank you very much. Here we go. So let's go to the Discord and let's see what we got here. Chart requests. All right. And just hit me with a 1, guys. Hit me with a 1 if you're good. Like, I know we've been in here an hour and 20 minutes. Are you good to keep going? Hit me with a 1 if you're good to keep going, and we'll keep the party started. All right. We won't start the party. We'll continue the party. Right now we're in overtime in the party. So right now in the party, we're at that point where you had like 4 or 5 drinks and you're kind of like dizzy and you're like, well, I don't know, am I gonna throw up or not? Like, that's kind of where we're at right now. So here we go. So NVIDIA, let's run that. Boom, boom, boom. NVIDIA is something that I shared a while back for free. I shared, I believe, this inside bar right here on NVIDIA. So this one was a winner from last week. NVIDIA was one that I shared on the public Twitter, actually, and we took that right here with the break above. Boom, bam. All right, so that one is right now nothing really else that I'm looking for, but I definitely am. The whole point of me getting in this trade was for the fact that potentially if we break above, that we can come and make a new all-time high. So far we did break above, but we start pulling back. So let's see if we can break that new all-time high going into this week. And there we go with the daily. Nothing really going on there, but the trade started from the weekly. Okay, so here we go. Kanika right there with the $2. Thank you very much. I appreciate that very, very dearly. Thank you. And let's keep rolling. Kanika says, thank you for what you do. You are awesome. No, thank you for being here. I'm very happy that you guys turned out tonight. I was worried that if we have Jeremy, we only have 50 people watching or something. But we got a good turnout. So thank you so much. Let's keep going. So I'm going to pick 2 from here. Let's do QCOM and Lyft. Boom, 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 boom. QCOM. So weekly, nothing right now. So we're just going to wait. Daily, nothing. Monthly, nothing. So we're just going to pass on that. We're not going to do anything. We don't have a setup. Here we go on the daily for Lyft. Lyft is one of my picks for tomorrow. A very beautiful, double inside bar pattern right there, guys. I love this double inside bar right here. So right now, guys, I'm looking to take this for a day trade tomorrow. So look out for Lyft. Lyft is going to be a pick. And you can see the last time we had a double inside bar, we actually had a fake out and then a breakdown. But I'm hoping for something a little more like this. So double inside, breakdown, follow through. I'm looking for something like that. So let's see if we get it tomorrow. So Lyft is on the radar. Okay, let's keep going. UNP and coin. Okay, let's do that. Where am I? UNP. Here we go. Weekly. Ooh, double inside bar on UNP. That's just very beautiful, actually. Really, really like this one. I mean, this one is, wow. This one is something you probably will never see again. We have a double Holy Grail. So the Holy Grail pattern plus another Holy Grail pattern, we call this, what do we call this? We call this Genesis. So we had Genesis, and then we had an inside bar to tag it. I mean, God, what the hell is this? What is this? What's going on? This is crazy. I've never seen this. I've never seen this pattern ever. Like just zoom out here. You're not going to see that pattern. It's just crazy. So this one is a beautiful, beautiful option here to play. The earnings is a lot later on. For the next coming one is in October. We already had earnings for this quarter on the 22nd of July. So basically, right here, I'm looking to just. I'm gonna add this one to my list actually. So let's put that here, UNP. So I'm gonna put some orders in on this one after we get off of here. But basically, what I'll be looking for is just watching the break above this bar right here, just to see if we can actually break through all of these wicks. Because let's just envision this. Let's copy this candle here and just paste it right here. Okay, that's kind of what I'm looking for. Copy this bullish candle, boom, paste it right there, boom. Let me see if I can do that. Like that's what you have to do in trading. You have to try to envision these plays, guys. So boom, take it like this. See if we can just paste it. Wow, it works. I was trolling this whole time. I was actually trolling this whole time and it actually works. That's actually crazy. We learn something new every single day, guys. Like that's what I'm trying to do right there. That's what I'm looking for. So and if that doesn't happen, that's fine. We could actually see something like this as another scenario right here. And the way that I would envision this is actually something like this, where we break the high, we have a reversal, and then we flush down. So those are the two scenarios that I could see happening. I don't think we're gonna go sideways again this week. I just don't think so. The probabilities are saying we're gonna do something else. I don't think we're gonna go sideways. But great pick. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Let's continue. Let's do Facebook and NIO. Okay, Facebook and NIO. Here we go on the weekly. Nothing really to look at there. Monthly. Okay, monthly inside bars forming. Inside bars forming on the monthly. So talk to me now. How do we play this? How do we play this, guys? The monthly inside bar. How do we play this with? It's forming. It hasn't closed. So somebody give me some ideas. Let's be creative. Get the pen and the pad out. Okay, we're going in overdrive today. You guys are lucky. My wife's not here, so you guys get me all to yourself. So let's go into overdrive here. Let's get the pen and the pad out right now. Get it out. So what can we do right now? Overall, would you say that this candle is more bullish or bearish overall? What do you guys think? So hit me with a 1 if you believe it's more of a bullish candle, and hit me with a 2 if you believe it's more of a bearish candle. So let me know. The main thing here, guys, is that we have earnings around the corner. So that's something to consider. But wait, sorry. No. I'm looking at the wrong thing. That's November. Never mind. But basically, it's more bullish, right? It's more bullish. Okay. So now let me ask you guys a question. Let me take this purple line. Let's bring this down. So this candle hasn't closed. It's forming. And there's a lot of bulls that bought right here. We can see it through the candle. We can see from the 340, 750, all the way up to 365, there's been accumulation by the bulls. Okay? So now let me ask you a question. If next week the market goes bearish and we turn around and then Facebook starts to go bearish and we come back down here and we break this wick, what do you think is going to happen? What's likely to happen if we come back? Is someone going to be trapped here? Are the bulls going to be trapped? Are they going to be in pain? Are their stop losses going to be hit? What do you guys think? This is what I like looking at the bars that they're forming, because basically, forming, when the bar is actually forming, you can't really even backtest that. You can't, because you only can see the bars closed. But you can actually look at this and you can say, wow, man, if it comes back down there, it could be painful. I'm not saying it's going to work 100% of the time. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is if we're right with our thesis, it could be a big, big time play. A big, big time play. An amazing, amazing, amazing play. Right? So basically, what we can do here is we can just put a limit order, stop limit short Facebook if we break here, buy puts if we break here, etc., etc., etc. So we can have that, and we just have to position ourselves. Don't risk everything, obviously, guys, because it's not 100% accurate, but it's a good thesis. It's a good thesis, and if we're right, we can make a good bit amount of money. So that's how I would look at it there. All right. So that's another like bonus lesson. I don't really talk about that all the time. It's advanced, right? Because the candle hasn't closed. It's still forming, but it's very, very important to understand the psychology part of the game. All right. So let's keep rolling. So we'll take one from our brother down here. But let's get Boeing and we'll do Chewy. Okay. Boom. So Boeing is one of the picks that I posted for free on the public Twitter. And what we're seeing right here is we had this beautiful inside bar close on the weekly. And one thing that I noticed about Boeing recently was the inside bars that it had in the past. Sometimes there were traps, but a lot of times we actually had clean moves. Like, look at these clean moves, right? We had some clean moves. And right now, the last inside bar was a trap. It just didn't work out. So I'm actually kind of interested in this one to see. Oh, sorry, I'm on the monthly. On the weekly. Sorry, guys. That's what I meant to be on the weekly. So here we go. So weekly inside close. So I'm kind of looking at, is this going to be the time where the inside bar really performs well on this name? We obviously know Boeing is a big name, right? So I'm just looking right here to play this bar. A break above long, break up below short. Very simple, right? Very very simple. Nothing complicated. We don't complicate things here. Okay, we don't do that. Let's go Chewy. So weekly, I mean, this right here is crazy. And what this is telling me here on Chewy is we just had a lot of option premium killing by the big boys, the market makers, just killing it. Triple outside bar, like what the hell is that? I mean, I don't even know what to call this, but I got to start writing down these names. So we do have another beautiful outside bar right here. And I think this might be the pivot for Chewy right now. I think this might be the make or break time for Chewy just because we've had so much consolidation. We have so many traps. We have a lot of traders that are accumulated in here. And basically just playing this bar, break above, break below, or also just drilling down. We can drill down to this bar on the daily, the hourly, and then look for opportunities there with the fibs or with the opening range breakout, etc. Okay. So very, very beautiful. All right. So you guys following me right now? Hit me with a 2 if you're following me, following along. Hit me with a 2 if we're good to go. Thank you very much, friends. Um so me and my brother we went to Tampa to watch the SmackDown, and I'll tell you a funny story. So we were gonna buy merch, and basically they didn't have anything that we wanted. Like, we're big NWO fans, like we're big Hulkamania fans, like we're one of those group of fans. So the only thing they had were like John Cena shirts and all that. And we're just so disappointed when we were in the line because we're like, man, there's no Hulkamania, there's no nothing Hogan, you know? And so when we got to the front, my brother's like, hey, look at that belt, look at that championship belt. Like, what is that? And it was the red belt, like for Raw, I guess. And it had it had the NWO spray painted in red. And I was just like, well, that's just so dumb because they never did that. They never spray painted the Raw belt. So why would he even have that? So I asked the guy, I'm like, do they have the black belt, like um the original WCW belt? And this guy pulled out the original WCW belt, like the obviously the replica with the NWO spray paint in black. And my God, that just made my day. So we bought that belt because we'd never seen it before, and we are just walking around the stadium with it on. It was actually on SmackDown. They actually like had like a shot of me and my brother, and it's crazy. It's crazy. But you could barely see us, but it's crazy, man. So that's awesome, man. I love my family. I love my brother. I didn't get to see him for like about 2 years with COVID, and I don't know when I'm gonna see him again. So I try to make the best of that. try to make him, happy. So there we go, guys. So that's just a sidetrack there. So what I want to do now is let's go, and I gotta deal with some of the chart requests we had here. Oh, my brother already posted picks for tomorrow. So my brother posted here, Trading Wars double inside bar right there. So we had Lyft and Dollar Tree for tomorrow's picks, and then we had CGC and Oracle for Holy Grails. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So if you guys are not following those channels, make sure you do right now. Trading Wars double IB, Trading Wars Holy Grail Pro. Okay, make sure you guys are following those, because get my brother put out some good content there. And let's look at some of the chart requests. Here we go. Where am I? Boom. Here we go. So let's pick a few from here and continue. So let's look at Upstart. So UPST. UPST. We go on the weekly. So I played Upstart with this Holy Grail. I took it in my personal account because it's a pretty dangerous pick. It's very volatile at sometimes. So I actually took the calls right there, and I'm just holding this one actually for a little bit longer. I wanna see if I can catch it here and it can break into new all-time highs. Basically, that's my hope with this one. It's a full risk play for me. So if I lose it, it's not going to kill me. But yeah, so I took that Holy Grail back there and I shared that one on the public Twitter also. Daily, outside bar, nothing really going on. So yeah, so otherwise than that, I'm already in it. So I'm not looking to add anything or do anything else. But that's kind of where we're at. So until we get another inside bar or outside bar pattern, I'm just gonna just wait and see. Okay. So here we go. So we have this brother right here. I don't know any of these names. Let's look at work, I guess. So let's look at that. Work. How do you pick stocks? Because there's much more inside days, weeks. How do you pick stocks? What do you mean by that? How do you pick stocks because they're much more inside days? I'm not sure if I understand the question, brother. Um, I use a scanner if that's what you're asking for. So here we go here. This one, Slack, right? We had that outside bar last week. That one was a nice trade right there. Boom. Otherwise than that, I don't really like playing these names I don't like playing um Slack. I don't know why actually. I can't remember why I don't like playing this name. But I don't really look into this one at all. And you can see we've been going sideways for a while. But in terms of the setup, you had the outside bar last week. That was a nice little run. On the daily, I don't know why my chart's doing this. I'm pretty sure it's my issue here. So let's continue there. What else we have? AMD. So we did lift. So let's do AMD. I skipped coin. Yeah, let's get to that. Weekly. Okay, so we had this huge push into new all-time highs, and guess where it started, guys? It started with an outside bar here and an outside bar here. And I mean, guys, if you don't have my indicators on, like, just put it on. You don't have to trade anything. You don't have to follow it. You don't even have to like me, but just have it there so it can act as a reference for you. That's all I'm asking. Put this thing on your chart so you can have it as a reference. Okay. I mean, it's just crazy. All right. It's in my pin tweet. It's in my pin tweet. Just beautiful, beautiful. Those are your signals to get in. Bam, bam, boom. So right now, a lot of selling coming into the close, and that's pretty much across the board. So let's just wait and see what happens with this name here. Daily, nothing that I see. Let's go to coin now. Promise coin. So weekly, nice outside bar. So that's basically we could play this bar. I like this outside bar because it definitely trapped a lot of people in this bar. Looks pretty clean. And we go on the monthly. Yeah. So like I pointed out, a few weeks ago, we had the double inside bar monthly close, and I said this could be a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I still think it is. We already had the break above here, so break. You could have entered any way here. You could have entered on the break. Another way that I like to enter is using the Fibonacci of the candle from my book right there, low to high, Boom. See that 618 fill? That's an algo in that 618. The algo that's taking that 618 right there is already up a shit ton of money. Shit ton of money. It's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And look at this, filling in the 618, and then look where we're reversing. We're reversing right here at the 0.169. We already had a rejection. So this algo pretty much took the 618 to 0.169, made a few $1,000,000 and disappeared. That's how it's done, guys. That's how it's done. It's just beautiful, exceptional. The Mona Lisa is just beautiful. So hit me with a 4 if your mind is blown right there. Hit me with a 4. And I think this is just the beginning for coin, I really feel. I think that we could keep going here because we had 2 months of consolidation. And usually after that we can have a little a push in one or the other direction. It's either going to end badly because we can flip around, we can just flip right here and it can end badly for the bulls, or it could be a once in a lifetime opportunity where we just continue higher. So let's see how it goes. I really like that a lot. I really like that pick a lot. So right here, 401, let's pick one. Let's do Moderna. Let's check up on this bad boy. This is one of my best swing picks for the year. So with Moderna, my entry was right here on that Holy Grail pattern. And this thing is just going and going. I mean, it's just, I did not expect this one was going to be my best swing trade on the year. I did not expect that. I did not. But this is the thing in trading. You don't know which one's going to be your best pick, which one's going to be your worst pick. You don't know. And your job is to take as much trades that fit your criteria as possible. And I can't believe we had Jeremy on this channel, guys. It's insane. So let's just talk now between me and you. Man, we had Jeremy Newsome on this channel, guys. I looked up to him for so many years. And it's just crazy that we had him here. It's absolutely crazy. And you guys could feel like my energy level is really high right now. And I'm still kind of like shook right now. Like I'm shook that he was here because did you guys feel that? Like that power and that power of being of speaking the truth? Man, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. He's an awesome person. So let's keep going. Let's look at D-Dog. It's been a while since I looked at that one. Boom. So D-Dog, I also took D-Dog from here. You see my order is still there. So my entry was right here. My stop was right here on D-Dog. 82.65, stop 76.88. And just look at this bad boy right here. Ah, my God. And I actually got out of my full position on D-Dog. Which I regret right now, but obviously that's hindsight. So I got out of my full position. I wish I held it till now. I would have been laughing, but unfortunately, sometimes you ain't gonna win them all. The main thing is that you just make money, right? If you're here to make money, hit me with a 1. If you're here to make money, hit me with a 1. Like right now, like just shoot it at me. Let me see who's here to make money. Let me see who's here for entertainment. If you're here to make money, hit me with a 1. If you're here for entertainment, hit me with a 2. And both are fine. Both are fine. Just know which category you're in. Just know which category you're in. Because if you're here for entertainment, that's my mom calling. Okay, I'll call her back in a bit. That's my mom calling. So let's continue. Yeah. So pretty much weekly, nothing. Daily. Ooh, nice. So we had earnings. We had a big, beautiful gap up off of earnings, and we had this beautiful inside bar. So basically, this is a nice pick for tomorrow. Throw this on your watch list. Beautiful, beautiful inside bar on the daily. We can definitely play that one. Let's keep going. So I'm saying, how far do you go usually? Those two, I didn't use options. I did shares. So you could just hold them forever. DraftKings, let's see what's going on with the king. Weekly, nothing's going on. Daily, nothing's going on. A lot of chopping, a lot of trapping. See, you could clearly see it on the monthly. Look at all these traps. Just, just trapping. So that's good. We keep an eye on it until we actually have a climax. So we just keep our eye on it for now. AMC. Okay, I'm going to pick 5 more and then I got to run. Monthly, we had that breakdown there. Weekly, nice inside bar last week. This right here, guys, short right there. Boom, boom. That's a winner right there. That's a nice winner with that. Now we have a beautiful inside bar on the daily. So this one is also a lot of trading opportunities. Let's do Amazon. Amazon off of that earnings gap down, just chopping around and just trying to really kill option premiums. On the weekly, we can see nothing really I'm looking for, nothing really I'm looking for on the daily. Let's give this some time to digest. Definitely just trying to kill premiums. That's what I see there. Tesla, Um, Tesla, Tesla was a home run play, right? From the options right there. I did a video on this explaining it. So please watch the video if you missed it on how to trade this name off of the inside close. And then on Friday we had this beautiful continuation down. So we go to the weekly right now. We can see a little bit of an inverted hammer, but right now just literally putting it back on the back burner until we have a new pattern. Okay, that's how I do. CGC is actually on one of my other channels there. My brother posted that one. Let's look at it real quick. CGC on the daily, we have a holy grail pattern right here. We actually have a holy grail and an outside bar before the holy grail. So definitely looks like CGC wants to do something very looks really promising here. So I'll be looking for that on the day trading side tomorrow. Let's do two more. Snap. Did I post Snap? Yep. So I really like Snap double inside bar, very rare on the weekly. And I think it has a chance to go if we can start pushing up higher. But it's going to really depend a lot on the market on Monday. As you can see, futures were trending down. So sometimes when the market is negative, these names can move bullish. But if the market is moving in the direction that of the trend, like in this case, is it's very bullish, then we can actually have a lot of explosion, a lot of energy. All right. So let's do two more. So Wish. So Wish, Holy Grail on the weekly, very beautiful pattern. That's how I would play it right here using this Holy Grail setup. Looks really, really nice. And then let's get my brother right here. Net. Boom. Beautiful, beautiful inside bar close on net. And look at this. We actually had the triple outside bar right there. And then this one had a nice little push up. And now just consolidating again. So right there, net looks really nice actually with that inside bar in the weekly. So pay attention to that one, guys. That could be just play the bar, play the fib, drill down. Beautiful options there. Okay. All right, there we go. So we're at 1 hour and 47 minutes. This is probably the longest Sunday stock talk that we had. Next week, I'm trying to get my brother GAA options on this channel. He's going to talk a little bit more about trigger trading, and we're going to do some chart requests, etc. And I'm very excited to have him. He had me on his channel for an interview today, and it went really well. And he's a very cool individual, very nice guy. So we're going to have him here next week. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But otherwise than that, I want to say that giveaways. So I'm gonna pick two people for the book and the room. I'm gonna announce that right after this, and we're gonna do those 10 books for Jeremy. I just gotta figure out like how I'm actually gonna do it. Like I don't know. Somebody give me some ideas. DM me. Give me some ideas. Like should you buy it first and then I send Venmo or PayPal, or like can I buy it and then just put your address in there? Whatever. We'll figure it out. And then and all the proceeds from the stream is gonna go to donation. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but you guys know that my long-term plan is to open up a school. I don't know where I'm gonna do it. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but that's what I want to do. I want to open a school, and I want to teach young individuals the power of their mind, um, and the power of focusing on the positive aspects on life and giving to other people what that can do to change your life. Okay. It's very, very important to me. Very, 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 very important to me. That's going to be my legacy. So, last thing I want to say before we go is let's just finish this off here with something important to figure out for next week. So, sometimes, guys, you are by yourself and there's thoughts that go through your head. And since I've been by myself like today and I've been traveling by myself, driving for 3 hours from Orlando, a lot of thoughts go through my head. And what's important is when you're having those thoughts, are most of your thoughts positive or are most of your thoughts negative? Okay. If you're thinking more negative things than positive, then you have a problem, right? Because that means that your mind is polarized to the negative side. And you're only going to be looking for the negative things in life. You're only going to be looking for the negative outcomes of situations. You're only going to be looking for the bad in people. So if your mind, when you sit down by yourself or you're by yourself, if you're getting negative thoughts, you need to reprogram your mind. And if you can reprogram it to be positive, your life will be a lot better. And also in terms of health, because it's just, you don't have to believe me. Go look at the research. People that have a positive outlook on life, people that laugh, people that think positive things are healthier people in general, right? So it's important for me to just not talk about trading. We have to talk about everything in life and what I can share because it's my legacy. And so if you notice that, hey, I'm always thinking bad things, I'm always like wishing for people to fail and all that, this is what you have to do to reprogram it. This is what you have to do. You have to find the source of the negativity. It could be a person in your life. It could be maybe you were on social media, whatever, and you got to cut it out. You got to find the cancer and you have to rip it out of your mind completely. Take it and cut it out. Okay. And the other thing that you have to do is fill yourself with positive things in your day, positive affirmations, positive literature, positive inspirational videos, etc., etc., and just keep that positivity on your mind every single day. And one thing, this is my biggest secret to you guys. One thing that you can do every single day to start the chain of positivity is waking up and thinking about what are you grateful for? What are you grateful for? You're grateful to have your health, your strength, to be alive, to see another day, to be in a country where you can make your own choices and have your own freedoms, to have your family and your friends around you. All those things, guys. If you focus on that in the morning, everything else will go well. And this is how you actually reprogram your mind. This is how you reprogram your mind to go from a negative Nancy to a positive Polly. Okay, I just created that one, positive Polly. All right. And that is it for me. I'm going to call my mom and that's it. I'm going to go and put some more trades into the system. And thank you very much for being here, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. And let's have a great week.